The Bears last night, you said that the Giants were 9-point dogs. Obviously, they covered that. Eli Manning threw 3 interceptions. The last one, Steve-O and I were going back and forth before we went on. I don't really know if that was on Eli or if it was on Brandon Myers. Everyone wants to say that it was on Eli, but according to Chris Carter, Brandon Myers is not Chris Carter. Chris Carter said, if it hits your hands, you got to catch it.
I don't think it's even questionable. I mean, the guys that doing the game last night didn't put it on Eli, and I wouldn't. It went off. It was high.
Oh, you're saying you're putting it on Myers, really?
100%. The ball
really
easily. It was a soft throw.
Yeah.
And it was easily catchable.
Look, I follow a good 300-plus people on the Twitter. Every NFL Network person was saying, from the sidelines, from the studio, what have you, that throw is on Eli.
Not the guys not the guys in the booth. I was watching it. I saw it.
Mike Mayock and
they said that ball's got to be caught. That one's
really,
and then they literally said 3 interceptions.
I'm telling you, every NFL person I follow on Twitter was saying that was on Eli. It seems like it is easy though to get on Eli because he has 15 interceptions now, an 0-6 football team. They had a great chance to win that game. I will tell you why. Henry Melton, torn ACL, defensive lineman, defensive tackle, as a matter of fact, out for the year. Nate Collins, torn ACL, out for the year. Those were the previous ones. Peanut Tillman did not play because of a knee injury. Thus, that's why Hakeem Nicks, Ruben Randall, and Victor Cruz all were wide open at times. Stephen Paia has turf toe.
But they only caught 11 passes between them.
Amazingly, they only did. Stephen Paia had turf toe. DJ Williams left this game with a chest injury. James Anderson left this game with an injury. Here are the names I filled in for them. Ready? David Bass, Zach Bowman, Landon Cohen, who went to his bar mitzvah, Blake Costanzo, John Bostic. The only name that you should know is Bostic because he's a second-round pick out of Florida.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to have depth in the NFL, and you got to have quality depth.
Yeah, the Bears don't have it.
And you got to pay for it.
They don't have it. It's kind of sad because
you guys are awfully rough on a 4-2 team. Like, I mean, they're doing all right, and Cutler looked pretty good.
Okay, so you're talking about the A's, how they can't close out a game. I can't see the Bears close out a regular season game. They've been in every single game. Granted, they closed out against the Bengals. It was kind of given to them. Yeah, they're a 4-2 team. They're a bad 4-2 team. They're not going to make the playoffs this year with these kind of injuries on defense. Okay. Eli Manning, 14-26, 239 yards. I absolutely thought he would throw for 300. I was wrong. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. As I said, 15 this year. 15 interceptions. Brandon Jacobs had a day where he looked like he was 25 years old.
It's weird to see such a lifelong Niner in a Giant uniform, Brandon Jacobs.
22 carries, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ruben Randall, 3 for 75, 1 touchdown. You said Hakeem Nicks and Victor Cruz.
Makes a lot of mistakes.
8 catches total. Sorry?
Ruben Randall made a lot of mistakes in that game. I was reading about it, and then what I saw, wrong patterns. Some of he doesn't. David Wilson got punished for the fumbles, but Ruben Randall seems to make a lot of mistakes and keeps being out there, and they have such good receivers. But I mean, for all your injuries as we said, to have all the injuries that the Bears have in the defensive backfield that keep Nicks and Cruz to just 8 catches.
Well, here's the thing.
Pretty good.
They had Tim Jennings, who look, I got to be honest, he had a lot of good plays last year.
Didn't he have 2 picks?
He had 2 picks last night. One of them was a pick 6 on Eli Manning in the first quarter. First time the Bears touched the ball. And he intercepted the last one because it went off of Brandon Myers. Right place, right time for Tim Jennings. Or you could just say, good defensive call on the Bears' part. However, for Tim Jennings, he is so undersized, and I don't remember which game it was, but he just got dominated. It was the Saints. He got dominated, and you know what? I guess you could say that for a guy that's 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" against big wide receivers. But that defense, it just is not that good this year. The offense, surprisingly, we've seen a change of the guard in Chicago out of Soldier Field and Hallis Hall. That the Bears now are shifting from a defensive team to an offensive team in the last few years, really ever since they got Jay Cutler. And I guess that speaks to Cutler, who gets a ton of hate. Either way, the point I'm trying to make is the defense is going to be beaten up and bruised, and the Bears are not going to make the playoffs this year. That's my bold prediction.
Randall, by the way, the play is, of course, what I'd forgotten was the play where Randall caught the pass, headed toward the end zone, tripped on nothing, and then slammed the ball.
Idiotic.
Right, slammed the ball in frustration, and then the officials were like he gave himself up rather than having that be a fumble. So it was almost one of the great boneheaded plays in NFL history.
Boneheaded Giants play.
Right. I mean, who does that? How do you not know when you're touched in the National Football League? This is not his rookie year. It's not his second game.
Right. Yeah. I understand that. I completely agree with you and Mike Mayock. That should be a fumble. Don't reward boneheaded plays like that and let him off the hook. I agree with that completely. The other point I wanted to make was Isaiah Fry as a rookie. So it was Tim Jennings, Nate Bowman, and Isaiah Fry. the defense is just beaten up. I really feel bad for the Bears.